I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. It seemed like an ordinary night when Nintendo launched their eShop with a snipper clips here and a fast RMX over there. Little did they know what they had unleashed upon the world. And as this terrifying enemy surfaced, as such often enemies do, in the seemingly most innocent and unlikely of places.
Snare, what are you doing?
Hello, Kesso. I thought I'd help you out on the video. You know, work's been hard to come by lately. You know, it's not a lot of work out there for me. The last job I had, I was thrown out of the ring by RJ Singh. I thought I could help you out.
I don't want to hear it. I've told you before, you are not right for these videos. Go. Hello everyone, welcome along to my channel. Now, as Snare so eloquently put, the eShop does have a lot of games on, and some of them are a little bit questionable. But I'm going to go over 7 games that I personally have had fun with. Now, if you're new here, please head down to that subscribe button, and let's get started. So these games are in no particular order. Coming up first, so Gato Roboto. It's a Metroidvania game in which your spaceship has crashed onto a mysterious planet, and unfortunately the pilot of the spaceship has actually been trapped, and the only aid that he has to help him is his pet cat. Now, not only are you a cat in this game, which is a definite bonus for me, you're a cat in a mech suit. What's not to like? The game plays out like a normal Metroidvania. You go around exploring, you get the mech suit, then you get upgrades for it, which open up to new areas. And I can say I've had a lot of fun with this one. The main enemy of this is this strange little squeaky mouse, who we don't know too much about at first, but the story does unwind, and we get to find out what it's all about. At least I assume we do. I haven't actually completed this one yet. Coming in next, we have a racing game, Horizon Chase Turbo. So this game came out in May, back in 2018, and I did pick it up quite early on. Now, one of the things I did notice when I did this playthrough, I haven't actually played it for a while, is there's been a lot of updates for it, and there's a lot more cars to choose from. Even this funky Batmobile style one. It's an arcade racing game, very much in the style of like an Outrun style game, where you just hurtling around the track. The steering is quite forgiving in this. There's tactics involved in that you need to pick up fuel for your car as well, or you will just run out and not complete the race. And I can say I enjoy playing this one quite a bit. Okay, next up, I'm not sure how to pronounce this properly, but we got Tengai. It's a shmup, shoot 'em up for those not in the know, which personally I am one of those people. In this game, there's a few characters to choose from, and you're just like a flying ninja who goes around shooting things. It's quite surreal. I don't normally like shoot 'em ups, but I had this train journey to go on, and it was literally just a train journey down to London, drop some keys off to someone because they'd forgotten to take them with them, and come straight back. And I just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to buy 2 random games to play on the train. And this was one of them. The other one was this pirate ship game, which absolutely sucked. But this one was actually pretty good. So I enjoyed my time with it, and it's actually a rather good shoot 'em up. Okay, Okay, next up, this isn't technically one game, it's two, but you know, it's Doom basically, and Doom 2. I mean, what is there to say about Doom? I've put these two together because, you know, really, they should have just come as a dual game, really. But they're nice and cheap on the Switch, and it's nice to see where first-person shooters really started to come into their own. Now, I played Doom loads back in the day. The Switch ports, I love them. It's just nostalgia for me. Just running around, shooting things, trying not to show too much blood on the screen behind me. But I can honestly say, Doom is good. Play Doom. Please. Okay, this next game is a little bit questionable. It's Motor Rush GT. Now, I picked this up on a Switch sale and it was literally, I think, like £1.99. Don't pay more than that for it. But for what I paid and for what it is, I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a motorbike game where you're kind of just broken down into it's a big highway straight road. There's no like twisty turny track. This is all avoiding other cars on the track. And it starts off pretty basic when you're playing through the career mode, where you're just getting from point A to point B in a amount of time. It does start mixing things up, where you get little missions where you have to try and get so many near misses in the time allowed, and other ones where you have to do like stunt points where you have to pull wheelies or drive on the wrong side of the road. Now, if I'd paid full price for this, which I don't think it's that much, I think it's about £15-16, I wouldn't have been too impressed with it. But for £1.99, I've had my fun. So, my penultimate game. It's again, this one is going to be known to a lot of you. It's published by Devolver Digital again, and it is Enter the Gungeon. Now, essentially, Enter the Gungeon is a roguelike twin-stick shooter, and it's hard. Or I just suck. One of the two. I'd like to think it's the first one. So you've got a few different characters that you can choose, each play a little bit. They've got their own little abilities, but nothing that really changes the gameplay up too much. And there's guns, guns, and guns. There are so many guns that you always find in ones that you've never used before, and you're like, I wonder what this one does. You're going into the Gungeon, going down deeper and deeper, and as you go, the levels get harder and harder. And I can't really say what's at the end of the Gungeon, because I don't think I've ever got past level 2. Finally, we have Lonely Mountain Downhill. Now, this is a mountain bike game where you're just on a mountain and you're going downhill. The title says it all really, doesn't it? It's a strange mixture, this game, of like relaxing and stressful at the same time. You know, there's no music playing, there's no crowds watching. It's just you with the sound of nature going down a hill. And boy, can it be tricky sometimes. There's shortcuts all over the place. It doesn't matter where you go as long as you get down the hill. I mean, obviously there's like the main path that you follow, but there's so many little shortcuts. At first it's just a drive down to the bottom, and then you get little trials where it's like drive down in this time, drive down without doing this many crashes. And one of the harder ones is literally drive down without crashing at all. So even though you can go really slow in this, because it doesn't matter on your time, it is still so hard not to try and like go fast. But I think there's 4 mountains in it. I've only unlocked 2 of them, because again, this game is hard or I am just rubbish. You decide. But I really enjoyed this game. I actually played it first on the Xbox Game Pass, and I liked it so much that I thought, do you know what? I'm going to buy this game on the Switch. And I did. So there you have it. Those are just 7 of the eShop games that I've enjoyed on the Switch. But if you've got any recommendations for eShop games that you've enjoyed, pop them down in the comments for me to have a look at. And while you're there, why not hit that subscribe button? And if you like the video, press like. Till next time, I've been Gungeon. Catch you later.